Turn left or right and proceed to the nearest
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to College Park Center at UT Arlington. Please take this time to silence any electronic devices you have. In the event of an emergency, the College Park Center ushers and staff will provide direction and assistance. We ask for your full cooperation. Again, welcome to College Park Center.
My name is Madeline Grzeni. Will everyone in the audience please rise and remove your caps and hats? As the class of 2017 senior class secretary, it is my honor to lead the graduating class of 2017 seniors, their family and friends, our faculty and staff, and distinguished guests on stage in reciting the Pledge of Allegiance. Following the pledge, please remain standing as Martin Senior and All-State Choir member Jillian Moore sings the Star-Spangled Banner. Please remove your caps and hats. As we recite the Pledge of Allegiance, we say it with thanks to those brave men and women who are serving, have served, and have given their lives for our country. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Now, will the James Martin High School class of 2017 please be seated? At this time, I would like to introduce to you our student body president, Brooks Napton.
Before I begin, I would like to ask everyone in the audience to please silence all cell phones. Thank you. Good evening. Thank you for joining us for this momentous occasion. I am truly honored to have the opportunity to stand in front of you this evening. These last few months, I've been thinking quite a bit about what I wanted to speak about. Thinking to myself, what do I want my final words to be to the class of 2017? Or what things do I really want to impress upon my classmates? If I'm being honest, I spent a lot of time worrying about what I might say or what I might forget to say. I mean, come on. I've been given the opportunity to address thousands of people at one of the most important events of our lives, so it seems almost inevitable that a sense of fear will find its way in. But, as American writer and journalist Laura Ingalls Wilder once said, "There is good in everything, if only we look for it." Because of this, I believe there are valuable lessons to be learned from fear. So, what is fear? Merriam-Webster defines fear as an unpleasant, often strong emotion caused by the anticipation or awareness of danger. As I thought about this, I soon realized that this definition had gone right over my head, and I had no idea what this even meant. So, like the elite scholar that I am, I went to one of the most credible sources of information there is, Urban Dictionary. And there I found the perfect definition. Somewhere on their list of ridiculous posts, Urban Dictionary puts it this way: fear, more commonly known as life. At first, I laughed at this, almost dismissing the statement completely, but as I really thought about it, I soon began to realize how much truth this statement really held. As I stopped and reflected on my life, I began to see just how controlled by fear I actually am, and how much we all are. Whether it's meeting those deadlines in order to escape academic disaster, or changing our lifestyles in order to fit some perfect social mold, we are living in fear. Or maybe our fear has been sitting up at night, thinking of everything from the biggest burdens to the smallest inconveniences. Big things like, what will we do with our lives, or are we really ready to take on college, to smaller worries like tracking down a Bahama Bash costume on Amazon Prime because prom is in 2 days, or thinking about going to that class where the teacher makes you put your phones in those dreaded cubbies. You see, we might not always realize it, but up to this point, so much of our lives have been controlled by fear and worry. However, this does not mean that our experiences have all been negative. In fact, I think we could all agree that our role as Martin Warriors has filled us with courage. We can't deny the power of our school's pride and warrior spirit. There's no way we could miss the way that we dominate the competition in every area we compete. From volleyball, to orchestra, to baseball, to one-act play, to science UIL, to choir, to track, and the list goes on and on. Martin High School has been the glimmer of fearlessness that we have needed in this time of our lives. It has provided us with the opportunity to be courageous. But like all stages of life, it eventually has to come to an end. We are gathered today solely because our time as Martin Warriors has come to a close. So, as we let go of this source of courage in our lives, we are faced with a crossroad. We are forced to choose one of two paths. The first is a trail that we are so familiar with, one with life controlled by fear and worry. The other, a path of courage, one where we choose to say no to our fears and yes to a life overflowing with confidence in who we are as ourselves. Just because we are graduates does not mean that fear will stop. There will be scary things in our future. I challenge you to think hard about which path you will take, because as we begin to write in the next chapter of our lives, we can either choose a narrative filled with fear or an adventure driven by courage. My hope for each and every one of you is that you choose to use the courage that Martin High School has given each of us in order to overcome our fears and mold our futures. In closing, I want to thank you for allowing me to serve as your student body president. But most importantly, I want to thank you for ultimately serving me. You've given me the very courage that I've spoken about this evening simply by allowing me to act in this role of leadership. I'm so proud of our class, the class of 2017. I have no doubt in my mind that we will change the world through our collective, courageous efforts to conquer fear. I'm confident that as we go forward into the future, we will radiate courage, and for that, I'm so excited to see what our futures hold. Thank you, and go Warriors. Now, it is my honor to introduce to you the James Martin High School Class of 2017 Senior Class President, Cameron Watson.
Good evening, family, friends, faculty, and the Warrior Class of 2017. This is a good day. Ever since the first day of high school, or for some of us, the first day of elementary school, this is the exact day we have looked forward to. Finally, we are becoming adults in the real world. However, now that we are here, I wish I could go back and be the kindergartner who played on the playground and took naps. For the past 13 years of our lives, we have looked forward to walking across this stage. We started from the bottom, and now the whole team is here, and for that, you should be proud. I know I am honored and privileged to stand in front of you today as your senior class president. As we begin this next course of life, we should remember how it all started. 13 years ago, we all entered different elementary schools, whether it was Corey, Ditto, Dunn, Little, Miller, Moore, Wood, or parts unknown. We started kindergarten in August of 2004, afraid to leave mom, and before we knew it, we became Bulls, Bulldogs, and Young Eagles. In 2 short years, we changed from boys and girls to young men and women, arriving at Martin in the fall of 2013. Despite our different educational and extracurricular paths, we united as a Warrior class. We bonded through the Friday night lights, the concerts, the events we volunteered at, and every activity in between. As a Warrior family, we should take a moment to realize just how far we have come. During our time at Martin, our choir, orchestra, and band, being #1 in the state, competed at TMEA 2 consecutive years and represented our high school at the most prestigious performing arts center in the United States, Carnegie Hall. For 4 years, every sport from football to archery has dominated. Additionally, our Key Club chapter became the largest in the world. Also, our clubs have raised thousands of dollars and donated thousands of hours to our community. And finally, our academic achievements are the best in our community. Our time here has taught us a great deal, and we have our administrators, teachers, and our parents to thank for that. To the administration and staff, thank you for all the hard work you put into Martin High School. Your endless support and advice will carry us throughout the rest of our lives. A tremendous thank you to our teachers who constantly inspire us and fill our minds with invaluable knowledge. We are extremely grateful for you looking the other way when we walk in after the tardy bell, cracking jokes when we just need a little laugh, and turning on boring videos when a nap is a necessity. I know it takes a big heart to teach us stubborn teenagers. And finally, a huge thanks to the people who supported us and loved us unconditionally since day one. Without our parents, we would not be the successful individuals we are today. You have accepted us at our best and at our worst, and for that, we owe our lives to you, our eternal gratitude. Some of you might be thinking you spent countless hours of your life for just a paper and a handshake. However, it is much more than that. It is the mistakes we made but learned from, the relationships we made, the educational goals we obtained, and the life experiences we persevered through. As I look out into the crowd and see the faces of my friends and fellow Warriors, I envision the prominent future that is ahead of us. Eleanor Roosevelt once said, "The future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams. The only failure in life is if you do not dare to dream. You have learned to be fearless through the heart of a warrior. Do not stop until you reach your dream. And now the adventure begins." Congratulations, class of 2017. As Elle Woods would say, we did it! I feel very privileged this afternoon to be able to introduce to you our special guest sitting on stage. The principal of James Martin High School, Mrs. Marlene Roddy, assistant principals, Mrs. Sherry Sweet, Mr. Greg McQuitty, Mrs. Jennifer Etley, counselor, Mrs. Susan Kingan, valedictorian, Marshall Brandt, and salutatorian, Shazib Hassin. I'm proud to introduce the members of the Arlington Independent School District's Board of Directors. President, Mrs. Jamie Solons, Vice President, Dr. Aaron Reich, Assistant Secretary, Mrs. Keisha Mays, Trustee, Mrs. Polly Walton, Trustee, Mrs. Kristen Hudson, District Chief Academic Officer, Dr. Stephen Wirtz, and AISD Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Marcelo Cavazos. I would also like to recognize some important individuals who are sitting off stage. Martin High School assistant principals are Dr. Michael Buckley, Mr. Scott Johnston, Ms. Luann Kennedy, Ms. Tanya Redvine, Mrs. Robin Yates. The Martin High School counselors are Mrs. Suzanne Bandy, Ms. Amy Benson, Ms. Coney David, Mrs. Jay Davis, Ms. Dorita Galbraith, Mrs. Jana Lewis, and Mrs. Barbara Muller. Dr. David Pyatt, Mrs. Sarah Stringer, and Mrs. Edwina Thompson. The class of 2017 thanks each of you, as well as the entire faculty and staff, for the countless hours of hard work on your behalf. We appreciate your concern for us and your support and encouragement shown by your attendance and applause at our concerts, athletic events, performances, and banquets. More than that, the close relationships we built at Martin High School rival those with our own families. Thank you for all you have done to help us create good times and great memories. We will miss you all. As superintendent of the Arlington Independent School District for the past 5 years, Dr. Marcelo Cavazos is responsible for directing a staff of more than 8,500 people. The district is the largest employer in the city of Arlington and the 6th largest in Tarrant County. AISD is the 11th largest school district in the state of Texas, educating more than 63,000 students from an ever-evolving and diverse community. Dr. Cavazos, we thank you for the educational leadership you have provided as superintendent of AISD. It's my pleasure to introduce the Arlington Independent School District Superintendent, Dr. Marcelo Cavazos.
Thank you so much. And senior class of 17, congratulations. You've made an important step today. We've gathered here to recognize and celebrate you. And we do that as part of a long tradition of coming together and reinforcing the fact that you are supported, you're loved, you've been guided, sometimes disciplined, hopefully not too much, but you've been supported and loved by the people around you and the people that can't be here today. And graduation is one of those times where we pause intentionally and purposefully to make sure that we reflect on the fact that you've accomplished something exceptionally important. And as the previous speakers have already said, you started this journey when you were in kindergarten, some of you pre-K. And along the way, many, many individuals supported you, loved you, taught you, and got you really to this place today. And as you go across this stage and you continue your future, and as you reach for all that success that I know will come your way, I encourage you to reach back and support others and help others get to this point and have their own success. Because it is an interdependent event tonight. It's not a singular effort. Your effort today is large part because of what you've done, but it's not alone. It is connected to all of these individuals here, all of the staff and teachers and people that have loved you along the way. And because it's so connected, there's a responsibility when you cross this stage to keep that connection, find new connections, and promote something that we depend on you, the young people of today, promote something in our future that all of us are dependent on, and that is peace. And when you promote peace and you work together and you make this country even better, you've then left a legacy. And someday, far into the future, you'll be sitting around a place like this, supporting and loving somebody that's graduating that you've helped. And so parents, to you and family members, siblings, cousins, neighbors, people that are here joining us, thank you so much for your investment in these young people. Seniors, if you would, give them a round of applause, a well-deserved round of applause. And in large part, family, friends, and members that are here today, in large part, they're here because of you. And you should take some joy tonight that they're here and they're going to graduate. And you should also take some joy in the fact that they're going to continue their path and help others. So seniors, congratulations. We love you, and we know you're going to do great things, and I look forward to celebrating your success. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Cavazos. At this time, it is my pleasure to introduce to you the James Martin High School Class of 2017 Salutatorian Shazib Haseen.
Welcome, family, friends, faculty, fellow graduates, and all the small children who are currently playing games on their phones right now. To the class of 2017, it's my task as the salutatorian in these last hours of high school to attempt to bestow some wise words on you in the hopes that I can make you better equipped to lead the rest of your lives. Never mind the fact that most of you have parents or other loved ones ready to supply you with advice at any and all times. I, someone who wore swimming trunks under his pants for a semester, am supposed to reveal to you some deep truths about the world that have so far remained hidden to you. So buckle your seatbelts because I'm about to take you on a ride. Unfortunately, you actually have no seatbelts, so maybe just clutch your thighs really tightly. I don't know. Looking out right now at you, the class of 2017, I know in my heart that I undoubtedly see hundreds of eggs. Yes, I mean it. Right here, this thing, it's an egg. So think about it with me for a moment. What makes an egg, the common, unexciting breakfast item of many Americans, so special, in my humble opinion, is its limitless potential. From boiled to scrambled to sunny side up to over easy to poached to deviled and to omelets, the egg can become anything and everything. But before I start sounding like a secret farmer planted in this ceremony to increase egg revenue, let me repeat my point. You are all eggs. Just beginning to hatch right now, but with the ability to grow in any direction you desire. The international businesswomen, musicians, engineers, computational biologists, and pro soccer players of the future, along with so many more, sit in this room with no idea how their lives will eventually turn out. For all those who have confidently picked your path to the future, nice. I can't even pick a soda properly at Jack in the Box. I just panic and mix Sprite and Powerade together for absolutely no reason. It doesn't taste good. So, I commend you on your confidence in tackling the future head on. I have no doubt in the next step of our journey, many of us will head off to college. Some will join the workforce, and others will join the armed forces to serve our country and protect our freedoms. Like the egg. Like the egg, you all have limitless potential to accomplish what you want in life. However, just like how eggs come packed in a dozen, we as a class have grown closer in our bonds over the 4 years. Class of 2017, actually, can we pause for a second? I've always felt a little impersonal saying that because it never really captures the full spirit of the class. I'd like to take a moment to call it something else, something a bit more fitting. To the Martin family of 2017, we've all had our own unique experiences at this high school. We've also become united in our common love for delaying a group project until the last day and for checking the clock 100 times before a period ends. Furthermore, if there's one thing our classes love to do, is recounting our most obscure interactions with #1 NFL draft pick and former Warrior, Myles Garrett, during our freshman year. As a matter of fact, it got so ridiculous that I swear I heard someone this year say, "One time, Myles Garrett sneezed on me," with pride. While I may never understand it, what I know is that one day, the people sitting in this crowd today will achieve the same level of success in their own respective endeavors. Be the next Myles Garrett in whatever you choose to do. Be the guy that when you sneeze on someone, it's talked about for years after. However, there's also one extra similarity among all of us here today. The fact that none of us got to this point alone. Under the guidance of your teachers who stayed late every day for you, your counselors who worked to get you the classes you wanted, your assistant principals who slapped you upside the head when you misbehaved, and your principal, Miss Roddy, who supported us all at every school event from football to bass fishing. Not to mention her famous Warrior Wow Wows. Next, take a moment to thank your friends who stuck by your side, staying up until 1 a.m. on a school trip, late night Sonic runs, award nights. They all wouldn't have meant anything if you didn't have people to share them with. And of course, last but not least, your parents. I would argue this night is even more special to them than you. So tough guys, please give your mama a hug, because she loves you. Martin family of 2017, I hope I've kept you entertained in your last moments of high school. The next time you eat an egg, I hope you remember that you're an egg too, and also technically a cannibal. Thank you. It's been an honor being a part of the Martin culture.
And now it is my honor to present to you the James Martin High School Class of 2017 valedictorian, Marshall Brandt.
Good evening, and please bear with me for a second. I want everyone to look around and think about how many Jack in the Box tacos this moment is worth. It turns out the collective Martin graduation is worth about 45 million Jack in the Box tacos. That's roughly 57,000 tacos per graduate. Now, according to state law, each student is required to attend 5,040 hours of high school. If we decided to all work a minimum wage job for the same number of hours, we would have made enough money to buy a staggering 45 million juicy Jack in the Box tacos. For reference, if we would have laid these tacos out from end to end, it would span 3,550 miles. That's enough miles to stretch across the Atlantic Ocean from New York to Spain. All right, even though this is something cool to talk about, it's not our reality. Instead, each one of us will graduate with a high school diploma. It may not be glamorous, but it's worth so much more than a slip of paper. It represents the mistakes we've made and the lessons we've learned. It represents the moments we regret and the memories we never hope to forget. It represents a few people we're glad to leave and the true friends we never want to lose. Together, we've endured 8,640 tardy bells, listened to 720 sets of announcements, evacuated for 40 fire drills, and slept in on 6 snow days. We've had 124 Mondays, but more importantly, we've had 141 Fridays. Our class has had 151 students advance to state-level recognition. We've collected a total of $14.8 million worth in scholarships. And most importantly, we've had 39 Warrior Wow Wow winners. But when you add all of these numbers up, it all comes down to one graduation. And here we are. It's been an amazing adventure. As we wrap up this high school journey, we must prepare ourselves for a reality. No matter where you'll end up from it now, I would like to encourage all of you to live your life on purpose. Don't let a day go by that doesn't have value. Spend your time investing in your future, strengthening relationships, or doing something exciting. Don't let your life slip away by spending too much of your time texting, scrolling down Instagram, texting again, opening Twitter, tapping through Snapchat, checking Instagram again, and on and on. Make your life worth living. Martin class of 2017, it's been a great 4 years, and I wish you all the best of luck. Thank you.
The senior members of the Martin High School Chorale and Band will now take their places to perform the Battle Hymn of the Republic.
They have been
As the representative of the class of 2017, I'm happy to announce this year's senior class gift. Our class will be making a donation towards the purchase of video monitors to be placed around the campus to keep students better informed about important school activities. We hope that through our support for this project, Martin High School will be better able to provide for the needs of all of the students who walk through the halls of our school. Mrs. Marlene Roddy has worked as an educator for 40 years. She has worked 18 years as a classroom teacher, 16 years as an assistant principal, and 6 years as our principal here at Martin. Mrs. Roddy has provided service and support to James Martin High School as a proud Martin Warrior for the last 27 of those years. Throughout her career, she has worked tirelessly to improve Texas education for future generations. The faculty, staff, and students of Martin High School are honored to have such a committed and loyal leader. Thank you, Mrs. Roddy, for your dedication and support. Please help me in welcoming the principal of James Martin High School, Mrs. Marlene Roddy.
President Sullins, members of the Board of Trustees, Superintendent Cavazos, parents, special guests, teachers, and graduates. Today, it is my privilege to address the Martin High School senior class of 2017 in their last event as a public school student. This day represents many accomplishments as summarized in your program insert, and certainly a requisite degree of learning on the part of all who sit before me. Our society sets many milestones for us in our journey to be a learned individual, and we celebrate each of them with our family and friends. Most of the time, we are refining our learning about how to conduct and live our lives from that first big graduation, kindergarten, reviewing that incredible book again, All We Really Need to Know We Learned in Kindergarten, Uncommon Thoughts on Common Things by Robert Fulghum. We know that the lessons we learn from our first teacher are repeated time and again over our road to maturity and to adulthood. And even as adults, this learning is continuously reflected upon, refined, and revised. Recently, our Warrior Post interviewed and explored the lives and choices of 10 seniors who were identified as the most intriguing. Intriguing. Now that is an interesting word. I decided I would find out from these students what intriguing meant to them and why they thought it was important. In my interviews, the 10 seniors identified told me the following about what the word intriguing and being labeled as that meant to them. They said an intriguing individual is someone who impacts others' lives and supports their fellow man. It is someone who captures others' attention. It is multidimensional and someone who makes you think. It is someone who discovers and corrects the mistakes of the prior generation, that would be mine, mistakes that were viewed as answers in that earlier time. It is someone who sparks adventure and lives for something that holds eternal value. It is someone who is unique and does not always follow societal norms, who can look at life from a different point of view. It is someone who is committed to service and catches your attention in a crowd, someone with a story and whose accomplishments make a difference. It is someone who fascinates their peers. It's not mainstream, and it inspires others. Finally, it is someone whose unique qualities stand out because this person is curious, versatile, unorthodox, and non-judgmental. Becoming an intriguing person is not something any one of us achieve without the inspiration of others And I also asked these seniors to tell me who amongst their teachers inspired them to be intriguing. These students, without hesitation, told me one of their teachers that helped them to know what was important in life. Their answers led me to my next quest, to interview the teachers who inspired them and ask those teachers what message they would like me to share with the 2017 graduating class. This is what the 10 teachers said in no particular order. 1, do what you love every single day. That doesn't necessarily mean being the biggest or the best in the world, but making sure that you integrate what you love into your life. If you do that, you will always be fulfilled. 2, do not necessarily follow the path that is well traveled, but by all means, travel, travel, travel. Do not assume you know the thoughts of others, and do not judge. Get to know people different from yourself, different ethnicities, different age groups, different socioeconomic groups, different political stances. Appreciate what is in front of you and stress less. 3, consider that every decision you make now affects your future. Everyone makes mistakes. We all do. But just try not to make the same mistake twice. 4, be strong in your identity that the Almighty has given you. Live for something greater than yourself. There is a tremendous plan for your life. You are here for a purpose. 5, live with a sense of urgency. It is an illusion that you have loads of time. Quoting from Henry Rollins, and this teacher, by the way, just quoted this, whatever you do, do it now, because there really is no downtime, there is only lifetime. 6, never let anyone tell you or define what you can do. Also, do not rest on your laurels and be sure to take risk. You never know when the chance to do something will present itself again. 7, set specific goals, but do not limit yourself from the excitement of exploration. Look for different ways to grow as a person. Be your original self and do not worry about what other people might think. And know that you will have setbacks, because we all do, but just keep on, persevere. 8, life is fun. Enjoy every moment. Be passionate about what you do every single day. Be your best every single day. Never give up, because it is worth it in the end. 9, don't have regrets. Never think you are not good enough. And remember, it never hurts to try. And 10, as an archer, live life at full draw, because there are no guarantees for tomorrow. Treat each day as a gift. Squeeze every drop of meaning out of it. Have fun and embrace the next challenge. So here we are at a most critical milestone, your graduation from high school and the commencement of learning at the next level of your life. From the reflections that your peers and your teachers shared, I know that each and every one of you in this graduating class is, can, and will become an intriguing individual. Like Robert Fulghum stated, without realizing it, we fill important places in each other's lives. Good people who are always there, who can be relied upon in small, important ways. People who teach us, bless us, encourage us, support us, uplift us in the dailiness of life. Unfortunately, we never get around to telling them sometimes. I don't know why, but we don't. And of course, we fill that role ourselves. There are those who depend on us, watch us, learn from us, take from us, and sometimes we never know who those individuals are. You may never have proof of your importance, but you are more important than you think. There are always those who couldn't do without you. Congratulations on this special day when all of us, you, your parents, your teachers, your friends, and your family, stop, watch, reflect, and celebrate. You will leave today no longer a student, but actually an alumnus of Martin High School. And your next steps will take you in multiple directions. Some of you will start a 4-year university. Some of you will attend a 2-year program. Some will join the military. Some will start to work. Regardless of your immediate plans, what I know to be true for all of you is that your education and your learning will continue because, of course, learning is never complete. No matter our age, we are always on the journey of how to live our lives with meaning and fulfillment. We are always striving to have experiences which are significant and rewarding, and we are always hoping that what we do actually creates an impact that is lasting, beneficial, and intriguing. So, congratulations to all you Warrior Wow Wows of the class of 2017. Remember to thank all of those who helped you thus far to achieve. Take pride in what you've accomplished. Look and take notice of the times which bring you great happiness and joy. Our blessings go with you as you embark on this new phase of your journey. You have what it takes, the spirit of the warrior, as you go forth into this world. For the last time, as a body of one, will this class of 2017 please rise? Superintendent Cavazos, President Sullins, and members of the Board of Trustees, I present to you these students who have successfully completed the attendance and academic requirements for graduation as prescribed by the state of Texas and the Arlington Independent School District. By the authority granted in me as principal, I proudly proclaim these graduates of James Martin High School. Graduates, you may move your tassels to the right. Class of 2017, please be seated as the first rows present themselves to receive their diplomas. As these first graduates line up, I would like to address the parents and friends and relatives in our audience. I know that you are extremely proud of your student and that this is a time of celebration. I invite you, parents, friends, and relatives, as your student crosses the stage, to stand in support of them and to be recognized by the assembly for their contributions, for your contributions. This will also help you to see your student more clearly as he or she receives their diploma. We want each graduate to receive the full attention of the audience as he or she crosses the stage. We ask your help in ensuring that each name is clearly heard. We also ask you to refrain from using air horns or any other noisemaker. We are now ready to begin with the first name.
Marshall Cole Brandt. Shazib Ahmad Hassin. Erin Michelle Jacobs. Timothy Hung-Yi Gan. Kwan-Woo Choi. Jonathan Matthew Wong. Laura Yushin Kim. Spencer Andrew White. Mary Lou. Leah Renee Ben. Sarah Yoon. Na-Yun Jung. Matthew James Halem. Subin Lee. Robert Junshik Kim. Hee-Won Yoon. Reagan Elizabeth Alexander. Matthew Douglas Bannister. Jacob Harry Barger. Samantha Grace Baxter. Allison Anne-Marie Beatty. Kate Ashton Brooks. Akib Chowdhury. Calvin Dewey Dow. Andrew Tran Enya Do. Randall Jean Donaldson. Susan Elizabeth Donaldson. Ashni Delish Duthia. Yazen Imad El Hamad. Sandon Xavier Fernandez. Max Conrad Garufo. Madeline Elizabeth Gerzeni. Madeline Joanne Gomez. Andrew Merriweather Granger. Connor Reed Greenwood. Audrey Page Harrell. Emily Sue Hale. Glory Way Hall. Kendall Riley Hendricks. Aubrey Kaylin Hicks. Jordan Taylor Hill. Avery Elizabeth Jack. Carson Elizabeth Johnson. Natalie Lynn Kircher. The 2015-2016 Martin High School Student Leadership Advisory Board Representative Brooks Evan Napton. Philip Anthony Landry. Cameron Maylin Lafan. Courtney Eileen Lang. Swek Yi Lim. Catherine Rose Long. Tiffany Viet Mai. Carly Martinez Naraves. Macy Lee Mayo. Nicholas Ryan Minton. Anthony Jurgen Muller. Jillian Lindsay Moore. Cameron Nwat Nguyen. Kathy Megan Pham. Haley Dawn Phillips. Nicole Hannah Pinkerton. Ishan Anthony Pinto. Rachel Elizabeth Renke. Olivia Corinne Reams. David Ryan. Harrison Bryant Rogers. Jonathan David Rogers. Paisley Kaya Smith. Hannah Elizabeth Stevens. Abir Fahim Toma. Kate Fifi Tran. Nathan Lamb Tran. Molly Sutton Tutt. Ryan Matthew Wagner. Aubrey Mae Wasden. Cameron Elizabeth Watson. Wesley Watson Williams. Kristen Lauren Wilson. Frederick Alexander Winguth. Bailey Elizabeth Woodard. Farheen Ahmed. Nabil Ahmed. Sarah Jade Alanis. Diego Andre Apodaca. Rajiv Awasti. Catherine Elise Baker. Beverly Paula Berry. Justin Cole Beck. Luke Jeffrey Bishop. Colin Lauren Spruce. Felix Tan Bowie. Sophie Lynn Campbell. Alfred David Carroll III. Andrew Wayne Carter. Brittany Nicole Carter. Esther Yu Chan. Cassandra Valerie Daniel. Sarah Mackenzie Demers. Julie Doan. Lindsay K. Doyle. Sydney Renee Dragon. Caitlin Abigail Drost. Caroline Elise Dunn. Abigail Elizabeth Duskin. Colton Doyle Faulkner Day. Taylor Ashton Finley. Philip Shaw Gamblin. Samuel Jackson Gardner. Whitney Elizabeth Giroux. Mira Rami Garazi. Catherine Grace Griffith. Tate Connor Griffiths. Matthew Gus Hale. Margaret Elise Hall. Bayan Bajat Hamad. Rachel Celeste Hansen. Jonas Bishop Hayes. Jaylee Marie Holland. Laureano Alejandro Hoyos. Azim Mohabad Iqbal. Chandler Chesar Jackson V. Eric Yianan Jiang. Dominique Lauren Johnson. Mahan Shadow Karimi. Kandi Moon Kenrick. Tori Y. Kim. Naud Julie Lei. Trin Mai Lee. Noah Daniel Laisel. Lynn Liu. Connor Matthew Marek. Cody Francis Martin. Zachary Wayne McGilton. William Zachary McVeigh. Georgia Danielle Nelson. TJ Nguyen. Matthew James Park. Isaac Hunter Ramadan. Savannah Faye Reeves. Haley Catherine Riley. Molly Roberts. Ben Taylor Robinson. John Key Rodnitsky. Michael Allen Rogers II. Aubrian Elise Sanders. Shannon Marie Scott. Jenna Ruth Seiler. Hillary Joelle Smith. Matthew David Smith. Claudia Ray Standard. Hannah Stringer. Joshua Robert Stringer. Callie Quinn Tappy. Min Quang Tram. Julie Summer Vest. Nathan Alec Walters. Peyton Alexia Wassmiller. Taylor Lee Weber. Caitlin Diera Evans. Ali Babahani Ali Rezian. Andy Stephen Amadio. Alyssa Claire Anderson. Roderick Nod Anderson Jr. Hisham Abdel Fattah Akel. Dante Lorenzo Askren. Rebecca Nicole Austin. Jason Daniel Baird. Alyssa Hope Barnes. Catherine Terza Buford. Gabrielle Nicole Benavides. Rachel Christine Bennett. Tiffany Angelie Bent. Kayla Ann Berg. Jonathan Matthew Blinn. J. Jacob Bond. Emily Grace Britt. China Twee Brown. Allison Nicole Brunk. Ashton Elaine Buckhorn. Courtney Simone Buckley. David Glee Bumgardner. Aliona Grace Butson. Omar Assad Butt. Hannah Lane Cabrera. Camila Calero. Nicholas Raymond Cowsey. Adib Chowdhury. Juan Alfredo Crispin III. Emma Danielle Klingenpeel. Ariana Monet Colbert. Alexander McGuire Cole. Lainey Marie Havens Cook. Tristan Elliott Cox. Anderson Love Curry. Jenna Elizabeth Daniels. Audrey Ann Dow. Chanel Lauren Darby Webster. Jacob Ryan Davidson. Matthew Ryan Davila. Kylie Noel Dedman. Nathan Alexander Denton. Lamb Din Doan. Summer Nicole Edelman. Dinah Elansari. Man Rashab El Kutob. Lisbeth April Espinoza. Nicole Maria Finder. Jennifer Marilyn Floyd. James Patrick Forrest. Jonathan David Fowler. Ariel Eden Fuentes. Caleb Garcia. Carlos Xavier Garcia Pacheco. Ethan Riley Garcia Coker. Houston Carter Gardner. Anthony Gomez. Nicholas Alexander Gonzalez. Joshua David Goodman. Tiffany Renee Graves. Sierra Renee Grays. Jackson Avery Grimes. Sierra Danielle Gwynn. Jackson Philip Hall. Lauren Adriana Hampton. Samantha Lynn Harrington. Brittany Lee Hart. Seth Michael Harwell. Carrie Ellen Haster. Caden Michael Herschenhofer. Matthew James Hogan. Daryl Scott Hudson Jr. Bryn Catherine Hinson. Meredith Danielle Inman. Joshua Alexander Jackson. Lacey Bell Jarnigan. Cameron Brian Johnson. Darby Jane Johnson. Dayton Rashun Johnson. Jade A. Corella. Jenica Faith Cavill. Michaela Diane Kitty. Josephine Marie King. Lauren Renee Lamona. Casey Chandler Lehman. Sarah Catherine Lancaster. Ben T. Naudley. Amanda Nicole Lee. James Logan Lindsay. Alexander Frank Lopez. Trent Judson Laudame. Jeffrey Sergi Lutz. Minduk Michael Liu. Daniela Madrinan. Cade William Marriott. Mariah A. Martinez. Mason Amanda Matoku. Anna Lois McCullough. Kylie Marie McCulley. Kaylee Ryan McGinnis. Austin Jacob McLean. Alyssa Rose Mentasana. Austin Thomas Miles. Casey Margaret Moore. Mary Elizabeth Moore. David Anthony Morin. Riley Denise Moss. Jonathan Michael Mazingo. Kenzie Rose Mullins. Serene Mustafa Nadef. Cheryl Anastasia Lynn Nash. Dylan Michael Niekamp. Natalie Waka Alawoch. Thomas James Otness. Stacy Pion. Kayla Michelle Perron. Braden Scott Perry. Camilla Guadalupe Pompa. Carrie Brianne Powell. Brooke Logan Prince. Lauren Taylor Purnell. Dakota Paige Rankin. Destiny Alexis Reyes. Jenna Mackenzie Rhodes. Kelsey Kate Rhodes. Sarah Elizabeth Riddle. Colin Britt Roach. Angus Robert Rochin. Nia Renee Rogers. Renee Kevin Rodriguez. Lane Edward Rogers. Trevor Allen Rowe.
Jafar Saeed Salim. Hunter Riley Sherrill. Jaskar Singh. Summer Lynn Smith. Joshua Sikora. Brianna Sprouse. Dylan Alexander Stubblefield. Ben Riley Taylor. Iris Viola Turk. Erin Nicole Tui. Sarah Viorilla. Anthony Wadley. Brooke Amani Watson. Haley Ann Wiley. Jarlyn Margaret. Brooke Amani Watson. Haley Ann Wiley. Jaron Markin Wilgetson. Thank you. Taylor LaShawn Wilson. Christine Victoria Willis. Dewan Rodney Wilson. Harrison Franklin Witcher. Logan Arthur Young. Youssef Aldev Karim. Jamani Hussein Abar. Ramani Karim Akabar. I'm sorry, that was wrong. Sorry. Caesar Danielle Acevedo. Laura Marissa Acosta. Justin Herman Adams. Areva Asalima Agudapa. Contravion Demond Allen. Alyssa May Alberts. Contravion Demond Allen. Trevor Breon Allen. Olivia Jacqueline Allen Taylor. Zane Denali Allen Randall. Caesar Altamiriana. Haider Abudal Atufali. Edward Alvarez. Kirian Lachey Andrews. Kyron. Benjamin Jacob Antolin. Logan Chandler Arlington. Samantha Renee Armitage. Caden Michael Austin. August. Daniel Alexander Baguette. Chelsea Sue Begui. Warren Fosh Bailey. William Arden Baker. Camden D. Banks Cawthon. Annalisa Josephine Amador. Samer Bahir Barquette. Ethan Marshall Barganer. Anteria Dejanique Burnett. Chase Leon Bayless. Genevieve Miriam Joy Beck. Catherine Nicole Bellinger. Tiffany Jean Belton. Dylan Marshall Bennett. Travis Landon Burgeon. Robert K. Bethman. Samantha Naomi Bogataraga. That was wrong. Alexis Mooring Bolging. Jackson Garrett Boggs. Xavier Renala Bolden. Tristan Jake Bowens. Jason David Bowles. Renton William Boyer. Adria Sherelle Boyland. Jalen Rose Bradford. Zachary Arland Bradley. Zachary Jose Bray. Mackenzie Luis Brazina. Jacob Everett Britton. Cortland Montrell Brooks. Paige Alexis Brooks. Trinity Latrell Brooks. Nathan Charles Broom. Patrick Scott Browder. Haley Nicole Brown. Jared Legallan Brown. Trejon Jarvel Markeith Brown. Jaquez Nasir Brown. Ashanti Nishad Brown Hillard. Cameron D'Arcy Burkett. Trey Lawrence Burrell. Alexis Dorothy Butler. Alejandro Cabral. Bobby Ray Carter IV. James Anthony Castaneda. Elva Edith Castillo Diaz. David Michael Castellina. Connor Allen Cathy. Michael Matthew Coffin. William Ray Chalette. Addison Maxwell Cherkis. Anthony Stone Semino. Ian Cole Semino. Charlie Howard Claiborne III. Dustin Dell Clayton. Bailey Danielle Cobb. Marissa Ann Colazzo. Ayana Denea Collins. Felicia Darlene Compton. Ethan Yaha Contreras. Elizabeth Rose Cook. Matthew Allen Cook Jr. Natalie Catherine Cope. Zanoni Nicole Coriejo. Serena Alexis Michelle Corwin. Hayden Alexander Cottrell. Katie Marilyn Croson. Julio Renato Cruzes Saavedra. Maverick Luke Culp. Kaylee Jean Colton. Kelsey Jane Colton. Jace Michael Cummings. Christian O'Brien Curtis. James Alexander Curtis. Nathan James Delkey. Alexander Forbes Daniel. Aaliyah Nicole Daniels. Jordan Page Dare. Duncan Allen Davidson. Jayla Neal Davis. Tavon Andre Davis. Alejandra de la Cruz. Elena Rain de Leon. Antonio James Degree, Jr. Kira Ariana Desjarnet. Aaron Tyrone Deming. Alicia Nicole Duvall. Emmett Frank Duvall III. Braden Michael Dickey. Lauren Paige Dillard. Ryan Matthew Dollar. Damian Wayne Dubrava. Brittany Michelle Drapeau. Christopher Ian Scott Duran. Megan Elaine Errolston. JC Jalind Eaton. Marcus Isaiah Edwards. Tori Lenice Edwards. McQueen Mark Effiong. Osi Mahmoud Al-Casey. Chasen Azmi Rashad Akatab. Sierra Latron Ali. Jalen Bryant English. Larisha Ariana Irvin. Caleb Michael Estrada. Guillermo Joshua Estrada. Adeline Marie Ars. Peyton Michael Flaherty. Alizi Francisco Flores. JD Flores. Megan A. Flores. Kyle Duncan Foster. Savannah Ashley Fouts. Brian Adam Fritz. Desiree J. Garcia. Paul Eric Garcia. Brian Yazab Garcia Romez. Charbonnet Lachey Garrett. Jason Duane Garton. Angel Cruz Garza. Clayton Thomas Gevers. Zainab Muhammad Ghanem. Matthew Theodore Gilmore. Melanie Nicole Gibson. Cade Christian Glenn. Brandy Monique Desiree Glover. Madeline Grace Godfrey. Matthew Robert Golden. Coleman Montgomery Golightly. Aaliyah Marie Gomez. Daniel Arturo Gomez. Dylan Ray Troy Goodfellow. Cerise Melanie Gotch. Patrick Thomas Grady. Derek Alexander Gray. Justin Devin Green. Taylor Brooke Grisham. Daisy Magali Guerrero. Timber Rose Gustafson. Jordan Nicole Harrell. Tyrone Marquise Hallcox. Jacob Dean Hansen. Decovian Marid. Xavier Harrison. Skylar Ray Harrison. Miranda Gail Hart. Garrett Edward Hawes. Devin Jared Hawthorne. Nathan Joseph Hayes. Nathan Thomas Henneman. Crystal Shannon Henry. Isaiah Hernandez. Asaid Hernandez. Elena Marie Hill. Madison Victoria Ray Hill. Abigail Ame Hinojosa. Jorge Luis Hinojosa. Kayla Ann Hitt. Mark Lee Holder. Aaron Thomas Halaba. Sarah Ashley Holmes. Samantha Faith Howard. Darian LaShawn Howard Jr. Arash Muhammad Hazabri. Sean Matthew Huff. Anam Mansoor Hussain. Aisha Mamuna Iqbal. Muhammad Jahid Iqbal. Jose Samir Izaguirre Nunez. Desiree Marie Hamid. Tila Monet Jammer. Jared Thomas Jankowski. Cameron Isabel Hilamino. Aaron Bailey Jimenez. Tommy Leroy Johnson. Yamini Amin Johnson. Marcus Lee Johnson Jr. Annalise Fergosa Johnson. Aaliyah Monique Jones. Christopher James Jones. Christopher Michael Jones. Jonathan Fielding Morris Jones. Terrence Riche Jones. Kellyanna Jade Juarez. Joel Albert Jured. Lauren Elizabeth Keefe. Miles Keith Kelly. Dean Austin Kelly. Bryson Asora Keek. Andrew Travis King. Brandon Charles King. Jamonte Demond Kenny. Audra Macy Kushan. Cameron Renee Kurtz. Jasmine Susan Loriano. Brandon Lynn Lawson. Michael Anthony Layton. Evan James Liker. Chloe Camille Levins. Malaya Darnisha Lewis. Naomi Celise Licone. Dylan Patrick Litzinger. Chloe Nicole Little. Tanya Denise Lorena Anyos. Nicholas Keith Longshore. Alyssa Nicole Lopez. Bailey Dawn Lau. Madeline Jade Lunn. Curtis Russell Madrid.
Corinna Sky Majors. Mercedes Evelyn Maldonado. Tiara Nicole Malone. Garrett Bryce Manasco. Lacey Gail Mann. Winter Victoria Don Manuel. Demetrius Augustus Markle. Emma Reed Marshall. Cayman Dean Martin. Juan Pablo Jeremy Martinez. Lemuel Jordan Martinez. Dylan Jared Tenorio Martas. Zanab Maserati. Kiana Deshay Mathis. Augustin Caesar Metzler. Kayla Mackenzie Maddox. Bobby Jacoby McLeod. Dylan Cole McCurdy. Benny Wayne McHenry Jr. Brooke Ashton McKeel. Anthony Bernard McKnight Jr. Stephen Zane McLaughlin. David Nicholas McNaughton. Carlos Ovidio Mendez. Alanis Eloisa Mendoza. Rashad Malik Minor. Shadman Ferdin Mir. Bradley Camden Mogazel McDaniel. Charles Joseph Mogazel McDaniel. Ruben Monsivius Jr. Ali Rochelle Moore. Cameron Lee Moore. Elisa Crystal Morales. Fabio Miguel Morera Ingado. Joshua Ryan Morgan. Sarah Faith Morris. Paige Elizabeth Moss. John Andrew Mott. Braden Stacy Dean Murritt. Ashley Nicole Myers. Karima Nadurath. Colin Wayne Naylor. Haura M. Najib. Devin Ray Nelson. Colton Randall Newton. Lauren Nicole Nolly. Skylar Chrissy Nolly. Cameron Norman. Samantha Renee Norrid. Haley Elizabeth Ober. Caitlin Ashley O'Brien. Leilani Anna Ortega Rivera. Brian Jorge Ortiz. Jaden Pantoa. Joran Serafin Papayero. Dyson Xavier Paredes. Andrew Pierce Pelfrey. Autumn Danielle Pelfrey. Ariana Angel Peña. Monica Andrea Perez de los Reyes. Jalen Earl Patillo. Vincent Joseph Patillo Jr. Fu Luong Pham. David Eli Phillips. Valerie Ashley Pinellas. Ariel Simone Pippins. Ashton Neal Potter. Kalea Janice Pouncil. Elijah Connor Putman. Joshua Alexander Radke. Angelica Sadea Ramirez. Chelsea Ramirez. Daniel Alberto Ramirez. Madeline Elizabeth Ram. Tiana Marissa Rose Ramos. Cody Jennings Randalls. Alexander Gunter Rausch. Emily Marie Reel. Eric Matthew Reichart. Jacob Matthew Renschler. Crystal Miranda Reyes. Miles Donovan Rice. Dante Armani Richardson. Jared Bailey Riddle. Lauren Brandon Rhines. Christopher Lee Rissler. Kyle Benjamin Roach. Jonna Arnell Roberson. Griffin Cade Roberts. Rashawn Christopher Robinson. Anthony Rene Rodriguez. Zachary Gonzalo Rodriguez. Lauren Christine Runyon. Madison Tiffany Sela. Beatrice Yasmin Salazar Juarez. Sterling Rachel Salim. Desiree Nicole Salinas. Gregory Sanchez Ledger. Christian Anthony Ciano. Warren Parker Scott. Leslie Earl Say III. Patrick Dean Simpori. Spencer Darby Shea. Taylor Rondell Sherrill. Elena Christine Short. Tyler Michael Schrum. Brianna Chandrell Sibley. Jordan Lee Sims. Alexi Madison Singleton. Alexander Martin Singleton. Landry Franklin Smith. Madison Lane Smith. Michaela Shanice Smith. Samuel David Smith. Sierra Lauren Smith. Mayan Darnier Boot Smoot. Jason Solaris. Jacob Warren Staley. Chance R. Stevenson. Morgan Elise Stewart. Devin E. Stovall. Jordan Stowe. Mason Ray Strawn. Emily Maureen Stuckey. Cassius Raul Tectile. Christian Anthony Taylor. Hayden William Pate Telford. Jacqueline Terrazas. Katarius Diabre Orville Thomas. Lauren Ashley Thompson. Nathan Kyle Toland. Tidy Brian Tunchi. Kayla Jordan Tews Walker. Genesis Cecilia Trevino. Chandrea Marie Triggs. Miles Jack Truon Christensen. Markia Jambre Tuck. Haley Nicole Tucker. Stormy Dawn Tucker. Danielle Nicole Turner. Gabrielle Rose Turner. Camden Blaine Upton. Marissa Lynn Vachon. Justin David Valentine. Jesse Antonio Vallejo. Lauren Nicole Vaughn. Kanan Paul Antonio Vega. Christina Ann Vega. Santonio Albert Vega. Maritza Itzel Velaz. Madeline Ann Vermillion. Mark Andrew Villapando. Tyler Michael Villanueva. Alan Joshua Walker. Trey Landon Waller. McKenna Lee Wallace. Antonio Marquette Washington. Traylon Kalik Sari Washington. Antonio Vladimir Wasson. Ashley Taylor Weglicki. Brittany Nicole Wernley. Lindsay Nicole Westbrook. Kylie Ann White. Arius Wilkerson. Bethany Ann Williams. Haley Elaine Williams. Quintavious Tyquell Williams. Jalen Earl Wilson. Jawan Cordell Wilson. Kiefer Taylor Wilson Crumweedy. Ashley Ann Wolf. Aaron Taylor Woodruff. Benjamin Allen Woods. Robert Emil Wertman V. Darian Christopher Wright. Jared Lewis Wright. Braden Michael Wyatt. Martavius Demira Yarber. Eric Yee. Cameron Douglas Young. Denise Jean Valine Young. Zoe Ray Zamaripa. Susana Fala Zebedee. Mirza Zuko.
And now, class of 2017, please stand and rise for the singing of our alma mater.
As our ceremony concludes, graduates will exit the arena to pick up their diplomas. Graduates, please stay in the line until you reach the outside exit. Guests, please remain seated until all graduates have exited the arena. You may exit gates 2, 3, or 4 and meet your graduates outside on Moritz Plaza and Spagnola Drive. Thank you for your cooperation. Congratulations to our class of 2017. These proceedings are now concluded. Students will process out.
Hey, y'all.
Thank you.